Tonight, the Krypton Factor begins the search to fill the remaining 2 places in our grand final.
The contestants from Group C have to prove they have the physical and mental toughness to complete the spectacular super round and lift the K.
Round 1, the assault course, and a reminder that contestants are competing to beat scientifically assessed target times. As usual, those targets are based on the age and gender of each contestant. So the winner's not necessarily the first to cross the line, but the person who has scored best against his or her target time. And way out in front at the moment, computer analyst Ian Mitchell in green. And all the contestants have to tackle 16 obstacles along 400 yards of this assault course. And well behind Ian already are the other 3 contestants, and Ian needs to maintain that good lead as his is the fastest target time, 12 seconds ahead of that of the other man in the heat, Roger Nelson from Preston. He's currently in 2nd place. Sliding down the fireman's pole, Ian is on target for one of the fastest assault course times of the year. He's already ahead by 2 obstacles as he goes under the flat net, and the others are struggling way behind. Tonight's women contestants, Emma Bussell in yellow and Sarah Schechter in blue, are pulling ahead of Roger Nelson, but they're not closing the gap on Ian.
My lifetime ambition used to be skydiving, so I suppose now I'll have to make getting to the final my ambition.
Computer operator Roger Nelson is really feeling the effects of this demanding course. He's now dropped right back to 4th place, losing ground to the 2 women, of whom Emma in yellow seems to be the greatest threat to Ian Mitchell, who at last seems to be slowing down.
I'm looking forward to the simulator round. It's going to be a good opportunity to fly a fast jet without having to worry about the bill if I crash it.
The 2nd female contestant tonight is Sarah Schechter, now on the tramwires with Emma. Sarah is a mother of 4 from Cambridge.
I'm really looking forward to the experience of being on the programme, doing all sorts of things that I wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity to do.
But Ian is well ahead. Can anyone catch him? It won't be Roger Nelson.
I think the best rounds would probably be the mental agility round. I spend a lot of time in pubs playing the Trivial Pursuit machines.
And Ian Mitchell reaches the Burma rope bridge in a tremendous time. Emma Bussell leading the challenge behind him, and as an RAF auxiliary she's used to this kind of demanding physical challenge, but I'm afraid she has no chance of catching Ian. The real battle is going to be for 2nd place, and it looks to be a fight. Oh, Emma almost goes flat on her face but recovers well. The fight is going to be between Emma and Sarah for 2nd place. Roger looks to be too far behind. But as the younger woman, Emma has the tougher target time and needs to maintain that gap. But there is no doubt about the winner. He's well ahead of the field and his target time, and that is Ian Mitchell. The big splashdown now, it's all over for him. He is the clear winner, but this is an impressive performance from Emma. Roger looking totally exhausted as he goes through the water. And Sarah is finding a little bit extra as she comes across the rope bridge. But can she pull back enough time to take 2nd place? Emma now begins the aerial slide. Has she done enough, or will Sarah snatch 2nd place? Big splashdown now, so the clock stops for her, and it's now Sarah's time to come down the aerial slide, and she touches now, and in fact it is Emma who gets 2nd place.
They're showered, they're changed, and they're here. Let's welcome our contestants.
And the winner of the assault course, Ian Mitchell from Leeds.
Now the full points breakdown. Roger 2, Sarah 4, Emma hung on for 6 points, and the clear winner taking the maximum 10, Ian.
Round 2 is our test of mental agility. And tonight's contestants have to answer questions on sets of either numbers, cards, clock times, letters or months. Questions will be about specific groups. So if they were given this set of cards, Jack of Diamonds, King of Clubs, 6 of Hearts and 2 of Spades, I might say neither female nor red. And the correct answer would be the King of Clubs, the only male black card. Well, it's a head-to-head confrontation, so contestants, if you're ready, we begin with numbers. No number between. Two numbers less than 8. The difference is 4. The sum is 1 less than 8. 2 cubed plus 1. 1 less than half of 12. Neither even nor divisible by 3. 1 more than half of 14. Now playing cards. Neither male nor black. Neither a picture nor divisible by 2. Red picture. Neither a picture nor black. 1 higher than the second image. Not red. Neither lower than a 3 nor higher than a jack. Black picture. Clock times. 65 minutes before 23:05. 8 1/4 hours between. 5 hours after 1700. 4 hours 40 before 0100. Midway between 0600 and 1320. 50 minutes before 0215. 7 1/2 hours before 0530. 2 1/2 hours before 2250. Letters. The 17th letter of the alphabet. Last but 2 letters in orange. And that brings the round to an end, and a quick glance at the computer shows us that the winner with a brilliant score of 15 is Roger Nelson.
And the complete result, Sarah 2 points, Emma 4, Ian 6 and Roger 10. So, after 2 rounds, in the lead with a Krypton Factor of 16, from Leeds, Ian Mitchell.
Round 3 response, and our contestants have to compete against the Red Arrows thanks to British Aerospace's multi-million-pound simulator. As usual, the contestants are aiming to follow the aerobatics of a lead plane as it spins and loops. The maximum score is 100, but points are lost for deviations and losing contact. Crashing brings a further point loss. Any score of 80 and above is excellent.
First into the cockpit, Roger Nelson from Preston, a computer operator. In second place, coming into the round. His big ambition, by the way, is not to become a pilot, but to own his own football club. And he's begun the learning process by collecting money at the turnstile for local club Burskov FC. Well, he'll be hoping to collect 10 points here. It's been a steady start, but his tracking score dropping now. He's in too steep a dive coming out of the first loop. He's going to struggle to get out of this. And that's the beach, and that's a crash. Better luck with the football club. Next, Ian Mitchell from Leeds, the contest leader. He's been really looking forward to this particular challenge because one of his hobbies is skydiving, and he believes his training for that will help him here in judging heights. Going very well so far, his tracking score in the 90s. Now the moment where Roger Nelson came to grief, but Ian levels out nicely over Blackpool South Promenade. Very good performance so far as he heads for the second loop. Begins the climb just past Blackpool Tower, hitting 4.5 Gs as he reaches the top of it. And he rolls out of that beautifully. Tracking score still in the 90s, and that is tremendous flying. Now the last big test coming up, banking hard left to take Ian round towards the tower and the finishing line. Still perfectly tucked in behind the leader. There's the tower, that's the finish. 92.8 for Ian Mitchell, that's brilliant. Next, Oxfordshire accountant Emma Bussell, in third place overall and under added pressure to do well in this round because of her RAF links. She's a signaller in the RAF auxiliary and will take a lot of stick from her colleagues if she fails here. but so far so good. Out of the loop, and an excellent tracking score in the 90s. Heading down now for the promenade and due to level out at 350 feet. And Emma controls that beautifully. Roars past Blackpool Tower and up into the second loop. Still, that all-important tracking score is in the 90s, showing how brilliantly she's sticking to the leader. Now remember, Ian Mitchell finished with a superb tracking score of 92.8, so Emma, barring last-minute disasters, is going to run him close. She copes with the last manoeuvre very well indeed. The end is in sight, Blackpool Tower, that's it, and 90.8, just behind Ian, but still outstanding. Finally, Sarah Schechter, a part-time lecturer teaching English to foreign students. Comes from Cambridge, she has 4 children, and she needs to do well in this round because she's currently in last place. Sarah copes well with the first loop, tracking score in the upper 80s, which is always rated as very good. Now, nose down to the south shore, but she must ease back on the stick in time to level out at 350 feet. Again, pretty good, but not perfectly behind the leader, and she needs to be careful. That can quickly get out of hand, and indeed, it may well have done just that. I think she has lost the leader. Keep your eye on the box above the tracking score. Indeed, it is showing that contact has been lost. The tracking score begins to tumble as well. And Sarah has only a few seconds now to recover, or the flight will be aborted. And it is all over. Bad luck, Sarah.
So 2 points for Roger, 4 for Sarah, 6 for Emma, and 10 points for Ian. Which means that well out in the lead with a Krypton Factor of 26 is Ian Mitchell. Well, as we've seen throughout the series, this is a particularly challenging round. Our specially made computer animation is a real test of contestants' observation powers. Tonight's is entitled Ghost Town, and 5 questions will follow. Watch closely.
I'll raise you 5. Play it again, Jake.
Okay, partner.
3 fingers of red eye. Filthy, cheating son of a...
No need to lose your head, Luke.
Right, 5 questions on that animation starting now. How many rifles were hanging on the wall of the saloon? What was the name of the piano player? How many kings featured in the skeleton's hand of cards? What 2 identical objects were leaning against one of the pillars outside the saloon? Which flag appeared over the piano? 3 of our contestants scored 3 correct answers, Ian, Roger and Emma. Roger was the quickest, so he's won the round. That round gives Sarah 2 points. There are 4 for Ian, 6 for Emma and 10 for Roger. Which means that his lead has been reduced, but still out in front with a Krypton Factor of 30 is Ian Mitchell.
Coming up now, 75 seconds of rapid-fire questions with 2 points for a correct answer and 2 points deducted for a wrong answer. There's real pressure on the contestants to score well here, as more points mean more Super Round advantages. So good luck to everybody. The clock starts now. Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a pair of scales? Ian?
Libra.
Correct. What is the official language of Libya, Tunisia and Morocco? Roger?
French.
No, Arabic. Arabian and Bactrian are the 2 main... Ian?
Camels.
Correct. The Bible says it's easier for a camel to go through what than for a rich... Roger?
The eye of a needle.
Correct. The Old Lady of Threadneedle Street is the nickname of which... Ian?
Bank of England.
Correct. Which footballer who captained England 90 times married Joy, one of the Beverley sisters? Roger?
Billy Wright.
Correct. Which single word means able to use right and left hands equally? Sarah?
Ambidextrous.
Correct. If ambrosia was the food of the Greek gods, Sarah?
Nectar.
Is right for the drink. Which large veins carry blood through the human neck from the head to the heart? Emma?
Arteries.
No, jugular. Which term for a kind of jug is also the baseball equivalent of a bowler in cricket? Roger?
Pitcher.
Correct. Which element discovered in pitchblende by the Curies has the symbol? Roger?
Uranium.
No, radium. Where in the body are the radius, ulna and humerus? Sarah?
Arm.
Correct. And that's it, the end of the round, and it means that the leader going into the super round with a Krypton Factor of 36 is the computer analyst from Leeds, Ian Mitchell. Well, the immediate task for the contestants now is to decide how they'll all use their points gained from those last 5 rounds to buy advantages in the super round coming next.
Yes, advantages are a chance for our contestants to overcome their weak points. Personally, I'd buy a few arrows to get me out of the cryptic rings. Back with the super round in a couple of minutes.